Very good morning. Today we are discussing about EC2. In this particular experiment, we are following the website deployment on top of our EC2 virtual server. Okay, so let us start now. For this, the prerequisites are you should have a free tier AWS management console. So I just open my free tier AWS management console and go to the search box and type EC2. Okay, type EC2. Then you can select virtual server in the cloud. Okay, so in this experiment mainly we are trying to build a standalone static website on EC2 Linux machine. Okay, so get ready for that. Yes, so as of now my dashboard is showing there are no running instances, right? Now you can see, just go to instances here. What we are trying to do here is mainly we are focusing on I will explain you the way that how we are working with. Okay, okay, yeah. First we are making sure that our infrastructure is like this. Okay, so yeah, so we are taking a default VPC. Under the default VPC, okay, we have various subnets. Let us say we have subnet 1 and subnet 2. In one of the subnet I am creating a virtual server here. So let us say this is EC2 Linux. Okay, within this particular Linux I am going to deploy a static website. Okay, so by using HTTPD. Okay, so this is the web server I am trying to connect with, so that the end user can able to access first the network, then the host, then he can able to work with an application. So this is what actually we are trying to do now. So let me go to the EC2 now. So select launch EC2, then you can take for example Naresh EC2 Naresh 15 December EC2. Okay, and now the application and OS images should be in the Linux because we are targeting for Linux. Now make sure you are selecting the free tier eligibility. Yes, it is under free tier eligibility only. Then select a T2 micro. Already it is a free tier eligibility. Then key pair, you can select the new key pair. Click on new key pair and you can give here something like Naresh 15 December key pair. Okay, this is the name I am using, and select Ravesh Shamir Dalman. And since I am working with the Linux, let me select ppk private key and click on create a key pair. So it will be downloaded into your local file, the moment when you download, okay, the key pair, you can start working with our network settings. So click on edit and verify whether it is a default VPC or not. Okay, so just go click edit and select the default VPC. Yes, this is the default VPC. Right now we are in the North Virginia and our region is a default, and our VPC is also a default VPC, and I'm having 6 subnets, out of which I'm giving preference. I'm not giving any preference because I'm okay with any kind of subnet. So for this experiment, and I should also make sure auto assign public IP should be enabled. Okay, and click on security group, and let me type the security group name as like Naresh 15 December and security group. Yes, the same name I am giving in the description also, so that it is easy for me to identify which security group I am working for, and I should also make sure which security group rule I should make applicable for this particular experiment. So since I want to work with SSH, whether SSH is already available or not, verify. This is for inbound. Okay, HTTP and anywhere, and SSH, that is also anywhere. Okay, both are there. Now configuration storage is of type 8 GB, and all the summary you can see here, and click on launch instance. So it will take some time to create, and from here I don't want to connect with anything, I just straight away want to view all the instances. What happens here when you click on launch instance and view instances, what happens? So it will work for the system and instance health check. Okay, system and instance health check. You can go to your instances and go to the number of instances and just refresh, so that you can able to see the EC2 name that you have given, Naresh 15 December EC2, and instance type, and now the status check is still showing initializing. What happens in the status check? It will verify for the health check. See here, status check, you see system in status check and instance status check, these two should be healthy. Okay, then only you will get the confirmation as 2x2 check pass. Until unless it passes, you cannot able to connect to our EC2 instance. So the first thing what happens, we have successfully created an EC2 host. Okay, we have successfully created a EC2 host, and we are waiting for the status check. Okay, so keep refreshing this till you get the initializing convert into 2x2 check pass. Right. Everything is fine. Platform we have taken Linux, and key pair we have selected, and security group also we given for both SSH as well as for the HTTP, right? So that both will work for us. Now availability zone, by default it has selected as 1A, though we given the no preference. And also we need to go through with the details whether an IP address is added or not. You see here we made auto assign enable option. For that regard, we got IP address as 54.162.164.150. If you copy and paste it here, you can able to see the page here, yes or not. So this is what we are working for. At present it is showing this site cannot be reached, right? And now we are going to keep one file here in that particular index.html, and we will see the various options how we can deploy that. Okay, so meanwhile verify whether you got status check as 2x2 pass. It will take 2 minutes time. T2 micro we selected, and just cross check all the security issues. You have not yet selected any IAM role here, and security group is what we selected. Inbound option is applicable both for SSH as well as for HTTP. and outbound also for all. You can see all the protocols, so anybody can go out, right? And networking, we have selected the default networking. Since we are in the North Virginia, we have 6 available zones, out of which 1 available zone given to this particular subnet. And storage is also limited as per the directions. We have taken only 8. Check monitoring also, we have all the monitoring activities can be done here in this with the help of CloudWatch. And tags is only helpful for us to crack whether any vulnerability is applicable or not at the time of AWS inspector. Okay, so once again you cross check whether you get the 2x2 check pass. Yes, we got 2x2 check pass here, you can see. So the moment when you get the 2x2 check pass, what happens, you can select this and click on connect. Okay, we have various options to connect as a client. See here, this client is trying to connect this. Okay, this client is trying to connect this. This client is, as a user, if he is trying to connect with this particular system IP address through this particular EC2 web application. So now what happens, let me open the instance content and the connect using EC2 instance, and this IP address is there, username is EC2-user, and click on connect. So it is going to take us to an environment, Linux environment, where we can able to work with our application, and we can deploy that our static standalone web application into our EC2 Linux. So by default we are in user permission. Now we would like to change that into, see, I just increased the font. Now I just type a command called sudo space su. What is the command name I typed here? Let me type here in the notepad. You can see that new pad I am opening. Just I type the command called sudo and su. Okay, what happens if I type this, it will enter into a root account. Root will have all the permissions to access the file. Okay, so after that I am trying to installing a command here, installing a particular Apache server. For that I am using a command called yum install httpd -y. This is the command I am using. Okay, so let me type that particular command here, yum install httpd -y. Okay, now this is completed. Now I want to add service httpd start. Okay, then it is redirecting. Yes, now I want to check the status of that httpd status. Using these two commands I can able to see whether my portal is active or not. Yes, it is in the running state. Let me type these two commands here. One is service httpd start. If you want to stop also you can stop, service httpd status. Okay, then after this what happens, you can start working with your application here. Just refresh it, just type clear, it is skipping. It is again establishing the connection here. All the services that you have added here is now available, and now simply go to cd/. cd slash var slash www slash html. Okay, see whether it is successfully done or not. Let us check. Yes, it is working. Then you can go to this particular path, okay, you have entered into HTML, and go to any UI. Okay, you can download any static website for portfolio student, let us say. Okay, website. So anything you can take it here. I can take it from W3 schools. Okay, I'm taking a portfolio here. So you can try yourself here. So all this code you can take, Control A and copy, and then what happens, you are here. Now you are just going to work with your vi index.html. What? Index.html. Go there, press I, so that it will allow us to insert. Then right click and click on paste. If you want to do any kind of modifications, you can do it. Okay, here you can do it. Is it or not? So there is no specific thing here to work on. It is up to you. If you want to modify anything, you can modify here. This is all about it looks like. Some name you can give here, portfolio, about me, anything you can give here. Okay, accordingly it will work. Okay, so I'm just verifying whether everything mentioned clearly or not. You can come down and you can see all the steps available here. All the images. So there is no restriction at all. You can copy directly and you can start working on it. About section is there, image section is there, some text about me you can give. You can give your mail ID, what not, you can give everything, whatever you wish for you can give here. Okay, so after doing this, just click on escape, colon, WQ and exclamatory mark and enter. The moment when you do this and go to your page, just I am closing this now, go to your page and just refresh it and you can see the name here. Okay, so this is how the web page is going to work for you. Okay, a simple web page will work for you. Okay, so all these are going to you can do all different kinds of web pages. Just take this and go to incognito, make sure internet connection is there. If it is there, you can able to open it. N number of times you can open and you can access this. Okay, so see how beautifully we have done this, right? So like that you can do all the different kind of activities here, and after that just click on exit and close that. Also I am going to show you how to terminate this, otherwise it will incur charges. Okay, go to your instance dashboard. As of now one instance is running for you, and just go to that particular instance, right? Log out, then go here, select the instance state and click on terminate instance, click on terminate, so that it will not cost you anything. Okay, so this is how you have to work with your Linux EC2 for hosting one static web page into it. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much.